Hey everybody, what's going on? George here for the Bearded Diver Scuba Review, and today we are talking about the Underwater Kinetics MK2 Mini Q40 Dive Light. Sorry, it's a big mouthful. Try and say that like 5 times fast, but big mouthful for such a little light. So people have seen me in these photos. So I've used this light professionally and I've used it recreationally, and it's a nice little light if you can get it for the right price. So let's talk about it. Um, the biggest thing that appealed to me with this light is it can be a hands-free light. So when you buy this light, it does come with this strap that attaches around the light and it will attach around your mask. So that's what you're seeing in those photos. It's attached with that strap onto my mask. Now, the downside about it is it's not flush with your face, so it's not coming off this way to shoot in front of your face. It's shooting off this way. So right against my face, it's coming back. It'd be shining you right now in the face. Whereas with the dive mask, it's going to be shooting off to the left or the right side, whichever side you're going to put it on. So with that in mind, when you're looking at the light, that beam is not going to be in the center of your face. It's going to be off over here. So if you want to look at something, you sometimes have to look out of the corner of your eye, especially if it's a little more distance. But anyway, it's a good light, right? I like it. When I use professionally, I was an aquarist for an amount of time, and during my dives I had some areas in the tank that were really dark, so I wanted to look at algae buildup and see how it was, how the cleaning was doing, was there anything special we needed to do, and that light kind of came to the rescue. It was a really nice light for that. It comes with only 250 looms, so it wasn't that bad in the tank. It's great for secondary dive light. I've actually used it as a primary dive light. When I was up at Isle Royale, I ended up losing my main dive light. The clip on it broke, or actually the strap broke, and it fell. Maybe like now it's down at 180 feet, between 150, 180 feet inside the Emperor. Sadly, it wasn't something I could get back. So when we did the interior dive on that dive, this ended up being my main dive light. So it's kind of sucked, but I used it. I got through the dive. It worked. Would I have rather had a bigger light? Yes. So this is a good secondary dive light. It does have a 5-hour runtime, which is really cool. Talking about the depth, I've had it down to 105 or 155 feet, I think, and it still worked. It's rated to 328 feet, so recreational divers, you'll have no problem with this. Technical divers, you could use it as well, down to 328 feet. I think I said already, comes in at 6 ounces. It's not very heavy. It's pretty light. Even with the batteries, it's pretty light. It might be, I think, more than 6 ounces with the batteries. I'm not sure if that's the weight with the batteries or not. And it runs on 4 AA's. That's my favorite thing about this light. There's no specialty batteries. None of those 18650s that like every light uses. You don't have to use any of those. This is a special AA's. You can use rechargeables, non-rechargeables. I just like the fact that it's got a 5-hour runtime. So I could do multiple dives in the aquarium and I didn't need to charge out the batteries. And if the batteries died, it was no problem. I just went to the surface, changed out my batteries, went back down. It was easy peasy. I didn't have to sit there and wait for recharge or anything like that. So it is plastic. It's not like cheap plastic, right? Like I can flex on it a little bit and it's not going to break. I'm not worried about breaking it. But it's not the most durable light. That was the big thing. So I was at the aquarium doing a dive, and this ended up falling off of the ledge of the tank, and it fell to about 3 feet below me onto a metal grating, and something inside broke. So the batteries didn't actually seat right anymore. Anytime I would like move the light or move my head, the light would flicker. It was really annoying. So that's what kind of killed it for me, is that the light busted. Now I luckily did pick this up. I want to say it was off Amazon for like $50. UK has this on their site right now for 75. So if you can get this for $50 or lower, I would 100% recommend this light. 50 to 75, I'd use caution, right? It's a good light, good backup light, but there's cheaper lights you can get out there that aren't hands-free. That would be good secondary dive lights. But if you're really looking for a nice hands-free dive light, this is a good light. Now, one thing I want to share with you that a lot of divers make the mistake of with this light is they kind of forget about it when they're doing night dives. So you'll have it on, you're out with your buddy, you're having fun, and your buddy's like, we're heading over here. And you look over at your buddy and you turn, and now that light's in their eyes. They're not going to be a very happy camper. Or other divers that you meet along the way, if you look directly at them, you're probably going to hit them in the face with this light. And trust me, it's definitely PO'd some people, because I've been on the receiving end of this light a lot. So it was something whenever I was in the tank, I had to make sure if people were like trying to signal me outside the tank that I either turned and I blocked it or I turned it off. It's got this nice, really big tail cap switch. So if you have cold water gloves on, it's really easy to turn on and off. That's what I liked about this as well. So great dive light if you can get it under $50 or $50 under 50 to 75. If you really really want the light, I would go for it, but I would try and find it at a little bit lower price. If it's my local dive shop and they had it at 60, I'd probably still pay for it, just because I want to help all local dive shops, keep them in business. And I was like, oh, $10, it's not really a lot. Little goes a long way in the end. So if I can help out a local dive shop by paying a little more, then I'd pay extra for it. But if I'm buying it on Amazon, I probably wouldn't pay more than $50 for it. So yeah, that's pretty much I can think with this light. Showed you the strap, yeah, showed you on the mask. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you're getting out there, staying wet. You're having some good dives this year. I'm really hoping to get some more dives in, especially now that I've changed work and I have more time off. So you guys get out there and stay safe, and I'll catch you around.